You guys, the other day I posted a small video on one of my social media pages saying that we got 3 double yolks 2 days in a row, and some people didn't believe me. So today I am going to be cracking 3 more eggs to see if our luck is still here. Wish me luck. Jordan the Stallion said that if you lift the egg up from a high distance and just drop it, you get a clean break every time. So here's my 3 eggs, just so you guys can see, and here we go. Double yolk, you guys, look at that. Clean break, but it stayed in the plate. So there's 1 double yolk, you guys. Ready? Here it goes. Ready? I can already see it. 2 double yolks. Ready? This one's for you, Jordan. I don't know if it's a clean break because I just found some. Okay, this is it. This is the one that's iffy. There may not be 2 yolks in here. Ready? See? 3 double yolks. I told you guys I wasn't faking it. That's crazy, you guys. 3 double yolks in a row again. So technically 3 days of 3 double yolks. Anyways, I had a request to do some cooking, or baking actually. It was a baking request, but I'm not a very good baker. So what I am going to do today is take some eggs from the farm and make a really yummy egg omelet, and I will go over that with you guys. Okay, so that's gonna be pretty easy considering I did just crack 3 eggs and I got double the amount of food or eggs that we needed to make an omelet. So we're just gonna end up making a huge omelet today. That can get a little tricky because I'm not really good at flipping it, but every once in a while I get lucky enough to just whoosh, flip that pan over, or flip that egg over just by whipping it with the pan. Does that even make sense? I don't even know if that makes sense, but I'll show you guys. Hopefully I'll be able to show you guys. I don't know how these people record themselves because my camera has to be you know, kind of close to me, and like everybody always seems so far away in their videos, but maybe their kitchens are bigger. I don't know. I know that trimming garlic is a big pain in the butt, so I'm going to show you guys the fastest way that I have learned to do it over the years, and that is just kind of take your thumb and pinch off this extra shell that's on the outside, the skin, if you will. Okay. Then I look for the biggest pieces of the garlic. I'm still gonna use the small pieces, but that is when I start running low. So let's just grab the biggest pieces from the clove. This I'll set off to the side. And I'm gonna show you guys here. So the first thing that you wanna do is cut off the very little end of it, which is right here. That. Okay, now, you want to take your knife, and be careful with this. You want to always make sure that the blade is pointing down more towards the cutting board when you do that. And you just put your knife flat over it and push down until you hear like a little crack. You don't want to smash it because I've heard that that destroys some of the flavor in the garlic. And then that makes it a lot easier for this shell to come off. Okay, you see how easy that came off? So again, just cut it. Oop, that was probably a little too much on the smash. Smash it, take all that shell off, and repeat. So now what I do is I take my little cheese grater. This isn't one that I prefer. I actually prefer smaller holes, but I can work with this. And you take your piece of garlic this way, so up and down from where you cut the root. And you just carefully, because you can cut your fingers with this, grate your garlic. If I was wasteful, I could just stop here and then throw this piece off if I was like in a real crunch for time, but I really try to grate it all the way down until there's nothing left of that little piece of clove. Okay, so now what I do is just kind of wipe away all the extra that's on the front because we don't want to waste anything. And then you see down in here, there's garlic in there. You don't want to waste that either, so you just kind of scrape that out of there. See? Okay, now I'm left with this pile here, but I want to go even further than this. I like to, you know, quote unquote, mince my garlic. So I'm gonna show you guys how to do that. So just make sure my knife is dry. Okay, so basically you just kind of start in a little corner and you just hold your knife like this and you just carefully my dog thinks somebody's knocking at the door because of this sound right here. And you just work your way through it. Am I moving you because I'm getting crazy on this? I'm on the worst surface. This sink is like my only counter space in here. And it's just flying everywhere, the cutting board. There's some big pieces here. Okay. And there you go. Your very own minced garlic. Sometimes if I want to go smaller, I'll just keep going doing the same thing. But this is pretty decent right here. There's one big piece that's annoying me. There we go. And you just cut it up like that. There you go. Minced garlic. So the first thing that I do is chop up some bell pepper, and then chop up some garlic, and then I'm going to chop up half of an onion because these things are huge. Like, have you seen an onion this big? These things are monstrous. So I'm gonna chop up one of these bad boys as well too. Then we're gonna go salt, pepper, a little bit of garlic powder, and fry that up, and then we'll add the egg. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna show you my little Gordon Ramsay trick to cutting an onion, okay? So basically you wanna chop off this end, not the end with the roots. You chop off this end. Then what I did was cut the onion in half. Now you wanna peel the onion. And then it looks like there might be a little bit of yucky, so I'm going to actually cut that out. Normally I don't have to do that, but just in case I don't want that in with my other onion pieces. There we go. Okay, so now, basically you have your onion here, and now what you wanna do is don't cut this end off of it and then sit there and struggle and cut all of your little onion slices. You basically just cut it all with it still attached. Sorry, I'm getting a bad angle. You guys are probably getting the good angle over there. So trying to cut my finger off. I have the worst knife possible, but it's probably a good thing because I am quite clumsy in the kitchen. I have burnt myself, cut myself, everything that you could possibly think of. And what's funny is that well, not many, but a lot of the jobs that I've had, so you have all your onion slices, you guys can see, and then basically you just come over here and you cut this piece off right here. And now you have all kinds of onion slices that you can use. If you want to do dices, you basically leave this piece on, and you know, this would have been turned this way, and you just go, and it makes a whole bunch of little dices. And now I'm crying because I can't cut an onion without crying. Okay, so now I'm going to get my pan ready here. And I am probably gonna cook this a little bit more thoroughly than you see some other people do, because I have to, where's my bowl? Let me get a bowl real quick. Thought I had one. Oh, I used it for the bell pepper. That makes sense. So I have to cook my bell pepper very thoroughly, because if I don't, then I'm working with a very small counter space here, so forgive me, you guys, because if I don't, it'll upset my stomach. So I have to cook my bell pepper all the way through. I can't have crispy, crunchy bell peppers. So what am I doing? I'm supposed to, that's not gonna work. This is a plate. Anyways, so what I'm gonna do is just whisk my eggs. Some people like to add milk to their omelet, but in my situation, I don't really like to add milk to it. I think scrambled eggs, that's a different story. But for an omelet, I think it works best to have the egg the way it is and just kind of wisp it here. I'm getting my egg ready before I do my veggies. Okay, so now let's do a little salt and a little pepper. And again, some people, I'm making this the way I like to make my stuff, okay, you guys? These are typical for the Azores. It's always hard to get salt out of here. I have a new one I can open if I need to, but just a few little pumps of salt in the egg and some black pepper. Some people don't like black pepper in their eggs, but we love it in my household. So I'm just gonna give that another little whisk. And then I'm gonna add some salt when I'm done as well too. Okay, so now I'm gonna set this off to the side because I'm gonna get my frying pan ready. This is my favorite frying pan. I know, you guys, it's not very cute on the bottom, but this is the best frying pan that I have. It's non-stick, so it's great for making omelets. Okay, now some olive oil. Put a generous amount in. Okay. Okay. Get our little burner going here. Okay. I like to crank up the heat like a lot just to kind of get the oil going, but as soon as it starts getting warm, I'm going to turn that heat down. For my veggies, for cooking up the veggies, I am going to use a wooden spatula. It's already starting to get warm. Okay, I'm going to turn the temperature down a little bit. I'm going to toss in my lovely pile of garlic. I know that looks like a lot of garlic, but it's going to be so good. Kind of get that garlic going a little bit. Toss in the onion. And now my bell pepper. Already the smell is amazing. And I'm not done yet. I gotta season these bad boys as well too. I haven't seasoned these yet. I'm just trying to coat them with that olive oil on the bottom. Look at that. Yummy. I'm just trying to separate that onion a little bit. I'm trying to get some of that garlic to the top here and get some of those vegetables that are on the bottom. And then in a little while, I'm actually just gonna cover this pan and let that cook. Because again, for me, my bell peppers have to be cooked all the way. I don't know, something about the way the proteins break down. I can't break them down with just my normal stomach. I have to have them cooked. Okay, so now before I cover it, I'm gonna add my salt. I might need to, I know it seems like a lot, but like hardly anything's coming out of here. There we go. My salt, my pepper. Yummy, yummy. And my garlic powder, which I have to get out of my cute little basket of herbs and spices. See? So I'm actually going to only use half of the package of the garlic powder. Okay, that's about half the package. So if you don't seal this, then it will turn into just a cube of garlic, which isn't bad because I'll just use it in some soup that I make. Oh, there's my other salt. This one will probably work better. Okay, time to mix it and then we'll cover it. Mix it really good. Make sure all those seasonings that you just added end up over all of the vegetables. And during this part, I'll probably just speed it up a little bit, because I think that even though I'm not really on the farm this week that much, I think the video is already getting kind of long. And if we have to do a two-part, then we have to do a two-part, but. Okay, let me show you a close-up of this because you can really see that seasoning in there, that garlic and that seasoning starting to saute those vegetables like perfectly. Yummy. Okay. So I'm gonna let it go again a little bit longer, just one more little mix here. You can use butter, you can use vegetable oil as well too, but I love myself some olive oil. Olive oil is probably the healthiest choice. Okay. Oh, I want to taste it so bad already. I wish you guys had smell-o-vision because this is amazing what I'm smelling right here. Okay. So I'm gonna cover this. Hopefully I can find a lid that fits this pan, because this pan did not come with a lid. Not you. I think I'm gonna have to use an oversized lid, lid for the pan. So we'll just cover that for now, okay? Give it probably about 3 minutes, and then I'm gonna check on it and mix it up again. And then depending on whether or not the vegetables are soft and cooked all the way through, we'll determine whether or not we're gonna let it keep going. Okay, you guys, so it's been a while. I did check on it once. It needed salt, so I added some salt. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. Like I just cleaned my whole house and you know, everything smells so good. And then my house is so small that when I cook this, the whole entire house is going to smell like garlic, onions, and bell pepper. Okay, that's pretty much done. So see, this is how limp I have to have my bell peppers and my onions. It has to be cooked all the way. So. same bowl I just used because I don't want to do dishes later on tonight or tomorrow morning for that matter. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and just dump all of that deliciousness into the bowl. Then I am actually going to use this same pan. I'm going to add a little bit more olive oil to the bottom of it so the egg doesn't stick. I want to be able to get that good flip with this one. So I'm going to add some more olive oil. Because it didn't fry, like it didn't burn anything, I'm able to use the same pan, and all of the flavors from the onion and the bell pepper, I'm going to leave this out just in case. All of the flavors are actually going to stay in this pan. And I think I'm going to switch burners because that temp seems a little high here. So let's see. Let's relocate our angle here. Move to this here. Because this one, the flame isn't nearly as big as that one. And I don't want to burn this thing. Something with a curve to it. Just trying to get all that garlic down in that oil that's left on the sides there. I hope this turns out good. I actually might add a little butter because it's not, see, it's not the consistency that I really want when I'm cooking an omelet and want to flip it. So, add some creamy butter. This is the best butter. Made in the Azores. So now this is just kind of like butter olive oil mixture. Starting to warm back up now. Yeah, the less this egg sticks in here, the better, but I have a feeling since I'm doing it in front of you guys, it's not going to go the way that I want it to go. I still feel like that temperature is a little bit too high. So I'm actually going to I'm going to pour half. Let's see what half of those eggs does. Yeah, we can put it all in there. Probably a little bit too much oil. Okay, so we're going to get that going. I'm going to add a little bit of the garlic and onions here in just a second. So what I'm doing is, actually learned this when I was working in the restaurant, pulling in some of the stuff that's already cooked into the center actually helps that center cook a little bit better. But I'm not sure if, I just looked at the bottom, I'm not sure how good this thing's gonna flip. So I'm just gonna let it cook for a little bit. Okay, so this is the cheese I'm gonna use. probably gonna grab, I need 2 pieces of cheese. So you can use really any type of cheese. Sometimes I use like a Mexican cheese mix where it's like 3 different types of cheese. Okay. Okay, that is getting really close to start needing to add the bell pepper and the onion. I was hoping to not have to use my hands, but I'm making this for myself, so who cares? Ooh, the bottom of that pan is hot. So yeah, just add some of that bell pepper and onion to the mix. So that it looks something like that. Cover it again. Oh yeah, that's gonna lift. I think I just need to let it cook for a little bit longer. There we go. See how it's all slimy still? We don't want that. We want it to finish cooking. A little bit more on top before we flip. Do it on low temp so that you're not burning the bottom of your eggs before you flip it. Okay, that's starting to get close now. Still not quite sturdy enough for a flip. Okay, let me pull you guys back a little bit. Hopefully this is going to be an epic win instead of an epic fail. Got my cheese ready here. No, don't stick to each other. Try not to let that plastic touch the countertop sink. Okay, got everything ready here. Okay, you guys, it's ready for the flip. Let me show you. It's ready for the flip. Okay, come on, Anita, you got this. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, check out that flip, you guys. There was a little break, but that's okay. We're just gonna let this side cook for a little bit. I'm gonna add the cheese. And we're about to make the world's most epic omelet, right? We're gonna put a cheese here. Here, let me get in close. Let me get you guys closer to this. And I think I'm gonna add 2 more pieces of cheese here. Okay. Now, I'm just gonna flip this over right on top of that. There we go. And I'm gonna add 2 more pieces of cheese, or yeah, 2 more pieces of cheese right there. We'll make a very cheesy, cheesy omelet. Okay. Lid so all that cheese melts, and then it's going to be like a voila factor. Hey you guys, so when I said use a generous amount of olive oil, I'm gonna retract that statement and say use a light amount of olive oil because we have some major buildup happening here. But the good thing is that I kind of scoop it out like this and let that oil drain off of them before I put it in the omelet. So I'm not gonna be consuming all of that oil. All of that olive oil. You guys, this is it. This is the big reveal here, okay? Look at that cheese melt. Yummy. Okay, so I'm gonna take it off the burner. And this is way too big for me, so I think I'm gonna share it with Sean. I hope he likes it. I know he will. He always likes my cooking. Yummy. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to eat that. Okay. Taking the omelet to the boss. He's not the boss, I'm actually the boss. Babe. Here, on this side, I'll do it on this side. You have to taste it. Tell everybody how it tastes.
What is it?
If it's gonna be yummy or not.
Oh,
You like it? Any complaints?
no.
Yay! So that's it, you guys, that's it. He loves it. You love it? Do you love it? Okay. Okay, you guys, so he just asked for more, so I'm gonna take that as a win. You can also add like little chunks of ham or bacon, really anything that you choose to put in that omelet. Just remember to allow the eggs to cook almost all the way through before you flip it. You don't want to cook too much because then you get the breakage like I did, but you do want to have it pretty much cooked all the way through. That's why I use that top pan when I'm cooking an omelet. But I'm not a professional cook. This is just my at-home recipes and ways of doing it. But yeah, if you enjoy, put some comments down below because I'll make more cooking videos. I cook every night, so if you guys want to watch me, then yeah, we can cook together.